Welcome to the Lily Pad podcast. My name is April. I'm your host. So we're going to get right down to business, and we're going to call Jeff right now. We're going to have a nice conversation. Let's do this.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
I can't even leave him a hate voicemail. Well, this is just going to be saved because I'm totally adding this to the show. We'll be right back on the Lily Pad. Hey there, we're back. Let's try this again, shall we? I did just get a text from him that I can call him, so let's hope he answers this time.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
That was hilarious because I'm totally keeping that first phone call as part of the show.
Which one?
When I just called you and you didn't answer and then I couldn't leave you a voice message.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I'm going to, leave you an earful. And then it says mailbox is full. I'm like, oh.
Thank you, my mailbox. I didn't even know that. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, you're welcome. So, how are you?
I'm good. What are you doing?
Oh, not too much. Not too much. Like I said, I had my little meeting there, which went really well. We can talk about that later. I'm wicked excited because this is actually the first time I think you've really been on the show, right?
That's right. Yeah, I know. I haven't been on it yet.
Yeah, because we used to do some practice excerpts back when I first started, but nothing ever really that has been posted or anything. So I'm very happy for you to be here. Thank you for joining.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Actually, thank you for answering your phone.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. The prepayment helped, but...
The what?
The prepayment?
Oh, what do you mean prepayment? That I have to pay you to answer?
That's not what the check was for?
Oh, no, that was just for you to be my friend. I have to pay you to answer the phone too now? God,
That's not nearly enough then.
I'm going to be broke. Oh, wait, I already am broke.
Well, if you got a job, maybe that would help, but...
Listen. I'm working on that. I'm trying. Actually, I did get a voice message from one of the positions I applied for, but it's in Boston, so it's probably not going to work.
Well, that's not too bad, though.
Boston?
It's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad of a ride. Like 25
Really?
minutes.
Sweetheart, it was 40 minutes to an hour to go to Woburn for 2 years. You think Boston's going to be 20 minutes?
You can take the train.
Yeah, no, that's even longer.
Oh.
Any kind of commute in the morning to Boston is going to be at minimum an hour to and from.
True. Yeah, that's miserable.
Yeah, it's kind of... I mean, if I lived near the city, it would be different, but,
Well,
like I said...
enough, though.
What?
If it paid enough.
That's still not worth it. I'd have no time during the day. Because, remember when I worked in Woburn, I had to leave at least an hour early for work just to get there on time. And then when I left work, it took me an hour to get home.
I think if I made $200,000 a year, I'd drive it. It wouldn't bother me.
$200,000 a year. That would be fantastic, but I would still have no life.
But you say you wouldn't drive it?
I don't know. I might. For $200K, I might.
But
I wouldn't see anybody.
I'd probably do it for 125.
Anything six figures or above, I might consider it.
Yeah, no kidding. It's just a drive. You'd be fine.
Well, yeah, true. But, I mean, it's not like I have a personal life now anyway, so I guess I may as well just take out Monday through Friday. And then, And then I had to do all of my chores on Saturday and get all my socializing done on Sunday. So there would be no
What
life.
chores?
I do chores.
Right.
Oh, like you do chores. Spencer does all the chores.
I didn't say I did any chores. That's not what we're talking about.
Oh, we're back on me now?
Yes, we never left you.
Oh, I was trying. A for effort. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I don't know. If I'm going to go into Boston for anything, it's going to be for my own business, not for somebody else's.
What was the company or what kind of stuff was it, purchasing?
Yeah, it was a purchasing type of job. I actually think it was a recruiter, to be honest. So it didn't look like it was a recruiting type of position when I applied, but, but I mean, I try to. What? Yeah, it might be. Yeah, because he said he was he said he was a recruiter, but I didn't see that listed when I was looking at the job description. But I mean, I could have missed it. It could have been something I overlooked accidentally. I mean,
yeah, you were applying to a lot of jobs.
I apply for jobs every week. It's just like I said, a lot of them are temporary, and I get it, because these days it's hard to get a permanent job that's really, worth it. But they're out there. You just have to find them.
Oh, absolutely.
But like I said, I'm keeping my options open. I'm keeping my mind positive thinking, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Do they still have any COVID relief funds right now, or no? Is that all over?
No, you mean like the extra money and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's just regular plain old unemployment. None of that extra stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, it's helping me out now. Like, that extra money is helping me out now because I'm paying insurance out of pocket and I'm keeping my bills afloat,
Mm-hmm.
But I do, like you said, I loved the downtime and all of the free time, but I do miss my routine. Like, I miss having a place to go every day or something, it's...
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you did it for, 50 years, 60 years now? You're going to get bored of not going to work every day anymore,
Well, if I've been doing it for 6 years, I may as well retire. Listen, quit adding decades to my age. I'm going to have to come over there and bitch slap you.
Is that recorded? That's recorded, right?
Oh, yeah. You could say anything you want. It's online. It's no FCC.
Oh, no. I just want to be able to use it against you one day. That's fine. That's fine with me.
No, I said I'm going to bitch slap you. I didn't say I did yet. And
No,
trust me, I'm sure anybody who listens to this will probably be on my side for that comment that you made.
Shut up.
I love that you do that. April's like 65, 70,
Yeah. No, I usually
right.
don't go above 70 because people are going to say, no, she looks that old. But when I say 60, they're like, okay, all right.
I don't look a day over 48. No, I people still look at me like I'm lying about my age, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah, you do look really young.
Yeah. I acted too. I think your mindset definitely helps.
I have to say, you definitely do act it. You're immature, you have no job, and you live at home with mom. Yep. I put you at about 20.
So this call, thanks for joining the show. It's time to wrap up. But you're so right. I live at home and I'm in my basement right now because I'm that cool. You ass. Oh my God. So
how is your mom doing?
She's good. Oh, she's so worried about Kitty.
I know. Poor Kitty.
Well, we asked the doctor. This was kind of a dumb question, but it was only because we wanted to just make sure, because she has this E. coli infection. We're like, are we all right? Like, because we hold her and kiss her and stuff.
Right.
Are we safe? Like, we figured we would be. He said, he goes, no worries to us. But he said E. coli is technically can be everywhere, which is true because it's just a bacteria.
Yeah.
But I seriously think we must have, maybe we dropped something when we were cooking because she doesn't go outside, And then we thought...
And your house is pretty clean, so...
Yeah, and I mean, we put kitty treats sometimes on the floor, and then I'm thinking maybe something was on the floor that maybe when she didn't eat her kitty treat right away and something, because it does take a little bit of time for bacteria to attach to certain surfaces. I actually read that in an article online. It's like a scientific study. So maybe something got on one of her cat treats. Who knows? But the poor thing...
She's little, though, too. She can put her mouth and her paws in little spaces that you guys can't, like corners and...
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So she may have just found it, been there for years, and she touched something,
Exactly. So... But the poor thing, so now we have, like I said, we got 5 tablets, and we cut them into 4s. And he said, do maybe crumble it up. Because did you ever read that infamous thing about how to give a cat a pill?
No.
All right, I'll have to send that to you. I would read it on the show, but it's like 10 lines, and it gets long, but it's super hilarious. And basically, in a nutshell, it says you're going to end up in the ER before your cat gets the pill. And when you give a dog a pill, you just put peanut butter on it and it's done. Like, dogs are so easy.
That's awesome.
So, and it's hilarious. I'm saying to myself, why did this guy give us pills? Doesn't he know that it's dangerous to humans to try to do this? But anyway, so we now, strangely enough, I don't know if I ever told you this, but Phoebe likes cream cheese. So
Got cream cheese?
yeah, I know. Neva, my cat, she loved beef jerky and steak and stuff. Like, that made more sense to me than cream cheese.
Shouldn't
But
be giving kitties these foods.
we're not trying to. She
Did
wants
she
to
go in the
up.
fridge and open the cream cheese container herself?
Yeah, when she makes her bagel for breakfast, yes, she does. No, we catch her on the counter sometimes, or like if my mother got up, she said she must have jumped up on the little table next to, in the TV area, and she licked the plate. So my mother's like, well, the cat likes cream cheese. I'm like, well, great. But it worked out on our behalf because now we the first time we tried to give her the pill, we crumbled it up into cream cheese and shoved it in her mouth. I had to hold her. And I'm trying not to hurt her because she's like 4 pounds, and I have this
Is it an
ginormous.
antibiotic?
Yeah. And
Does she have it with dairy?
well,
Because you
well,
can't have antibiotics with dairy normally.
well, that's the only way we can give it to her, actually, technically, because now we're putting it in a little bit of milk. She won't.
Okay, but check that though, because like when you have amoxicillin and stuff like that, you can't drink milk.
You can't.
Like really? No.
I have.
No.
I used to drink iced coffee when I took amoxicillin. Never did anything to me.
Oh yeah, it just makes it less effective.
Oh, well, that's pretty much the only way we're going to get it into her system, unless we mix it with water.
I'm just saying, make sure it doesn't neutralize the medicine because,
Yeah.
like when Spencer took doxycycline, the
Yeah.
doctor said he couldn't have dairy at all.
Really? All right. Well, maybe we'll do it with water moving forward, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But so we didn't know, like, it's not going to be easy to get the finger, like my mom's finger in her mouth when I'm holding the cat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we had another medication that she was just not taking no matter what we did with it. So we cleaned out the syringe because it's like one of those little, little. And so now when we crumble up the pill, we put it in, say, milk or we'll put it in water. And I hold the cat without trying to crush her because I have the 3-pound cast on my hand. And let me
Right.
tell you, for a 4-pound, 20,000-year-old cat, she is feisty. And I'm trying not to hurt her. So I try to put a towel around her, if I can get the towel around her, and hold her. And my mother just right in her mouth.
What thing?
We feel so bad for her, this poor little cat. But it's like, we just want her to be, better. But we weren't expecting him to say she had an E. coli infection. We're like, seriously?
I know. Now, what could have happened if that wasn't treated? Is it something she could fight on her own, or
I don't know.
like, I don't know anything about E. coli.
I don't know. I don't know if it would have just kept her sick or it would have done worse. I'm not
Right.
sure. But I mean, she already has kidney issues, which is common for older cats. That's not an abnormal. Neva had it.
Right.
Neva started having some issues with her liver right before. But Phoebe, like I said, she sleeps a lot because that's what they do, and when they get older, they do that. But she runs around still a little bit, and she jumps up like crazy, and she bellows to her people like there's no tomorrow. But where we watch her whenever she goes to the water bowl to see how long she sits there drinking, because that's one of the things I noticed with my cat. Right before, it was right at the beginning of November. In fact, I think Lindsay was here one time. We were painting down here in the basement, and my cat was sitting in front of the little bowl. She was there for like 20 minutes straight drinking. I looked at Lindsay and said, that's not a good sign, because the dehydration when they're constantly drinking is kind of a symptom of something may be going on.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I kept an eye on her that month, and that's unfortunately 6 years ago. This month on the 28th
Wow,
will be...
it's been 6 years.
Yeah, I know. I miss my little baby. And a friend of mine, actually, a girl I used to hang out with, Caroline, she actually bought Neva for me back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did. And Neva literally fit in the palm of my hand. That's how tiny she was. Excuse me. I think she was probably like the runt of the litter, because when you get pets or kittens or puppies, I think they have to be a certain age before they get to a pet store. So she had to have been at least 6 months when I got her. And at
Right.
6 months, she was still that small. I'm like, she had to have been really like the peanut of the litter.
That's
But-
so cute.
I know, I love my baby. But she comes to me in my dream once in a while. She visits and she cuddles with me. I love it. It's so nice. But you know, I still have animals. I have my kitty nieces. How are they doing, my little girls over there? I miss them.
They're good. They're very good.
Yeah,
They nap all day.
yeah. Now, how many years have you had them now?
Oh, 3?
Is it 3? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're sisters.
Yeah.
I love that you got both of them. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
They really
Yeah.
are. They really are nice cats too, and they're people cats. Like I love when I come over. Well, when I used to come over, and they would just run up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Yep, they're super cute. They're super,
Yeah.
super cute. They're super friendly.
Yep.
They like
Yep.
to play. They fight with each other once in a while, but they're, just
Yeah.
because they live together, you know.
Yeah, and they're siblings, so
Mm-hmm.
they'll beat on
They
each
don't
other
look
here
each
and
other
there.
though.
They what?
They don't look anything like each other though.
No, that's okay. That's all right. So let's go into a topic that I know you are very educated on. I would love to talk about Disney stuff. Oh.
Sure. What do you want to talk about? What?
Speaking of Disney stuff, I keep forgetting my present over there, the one that you fixed for me.
Oh yes, it has the Gallery of Light.
Yeah. Did you get that stuff off the front thingy yet?
No, we have to try to get it out.
Oh, right. Okay, that's probably why I left it there. But no, so you guys, how many years have you guys been going to Disney?
Together, 9 years.
Wow.
We go every year, sometimes a couple times a year.
I know. I remember looking at all your pictures. Now, because you and I, if and anybody out there who's listening, Jeff and I are foodie soulmates. So I used to love when you went to Disney and you posted all of your food pics. Now, there was one item that I still dream of having someday. It's the cheeseburger egg roll. Is that what I'm
Oh my
remember-
God, they're so good. They're in Magic Kingdom. They just brought them back not too long ago too, because they got rid of them for a while.
Really? I wonder why.
I don't know. They're very, 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 very good though. They taste just like a McDonald's double cheeseburger, all grounded up into mush and then put inside an egg roll.
Well, the way you
Actually, so they're inside a spring roll wrapper.
see, now that's nice because I like spring roll wrappers better than egg roll wrappers.
Okay, I like spring roll wrapper better than the egg roll wrapper too.
Yeah. I mean, I won't say no to an egg roll, obviously, but spring rolls I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Yeah,
of egg
same.
roll, I had that for lunch today.
You did? From
Yeah,
where?
we kind of decided to get a poo-poo platter last night from China Star.
Oh, I love that.
And so, because we didn't get any rice or any lo mein, we just got that, and so, and we actually really didn't eat a lot of it. I picked on some of it last night, and then we had some this afternoon, and then tonight we're having one piece of steak that we're splitting up, and I'm having a couple pieces of asparagus, some squash, and some sautéed mushrooms with it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I can't wait to have that. I'm telling you, we need to go shopping at BJ's because they have some really good stuff there. Like their fruit looks good. I love their blueberries.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't need 72 oranges at once.
Well, then buy 47 instead. Well, certain things, but I'll tell you, their meats and their produces, like we bought a thing of steak tips, but this is the thing, right? We'll buy a thing of steak tips that say, and now when I see $30, it's like, oh my God, but it's a big package and it's literally 3 meals for me and 3 meals for her because there's like 6 to 7 decent sized steak tips in there. So we only have one piece each per meal with our vegetables. So it actually breaks down and it's pretty reasonably priced if you think about it. And then we freeze it. We'll separate it into 2 pieces and she freezes 2/3 of it and we'll have like a third of it like, either that day or the next day. So like we bought this package. It was $25, but it's these giant steaks. Like I forgot the cut it was, and each steak is big enough for us to split. So it's and so I'll take a picture of it tonight. I'll show you. And like I said, it's big enough, and we'll slice it down or just cut it in half, and then that's our meat. And then the asparagus. You saw the picture I sent you. It looks like it's on steroids.
Those are huge.
Yeah, and they're really good too. So I have 2 pieces of those. She has 2, and we have half of a butternut squash, and we have like 4 mushrooms. So we're just going to saute everything, and have like a vegetable saute with the steak, and it's perfect. Yeah, but yeah, some of the things it's hard to buy there because there's so much you buy at one time. But
Yep.
in these day and ages when you have shortages, having a membership like that's coming in handy.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. But
Yeah.
sometimes they buy things like we don't need,
Yeah.
like 64 packs of Reese's.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you don't need that? Everybody needs that.
What we do, but unfortunately, when you have that many on hand, you tend to eat more than you should.
Well, I don't.
Really?
Don't say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, you know what's funny? I'm glad that we don't have a lot of candy in the house. We did have some candy for like Halloween and stuff, and the neighbors at the end of the street, they had a little party, so we put the bowl outside on the, the steps in front of the porch. So we put the bench and we put a pumpkin and we put the bowl of candy there, and it was so cute because the kids they weren't really trick or treating, and her sister put a bucket at the end of our driveway. But the kids, it was like, seriously, it was a group of 10 kids. And it was just like our 4 houses at the end of our street. So they just went in a circle. So the same kids came like 7 times.
Oh, that's cute.
And the kids that came back, they go, it's just us again. We're like, it's okay.
That's funny.
But I mean, that's what they had because I guess, I think it was Revere where her sister was coming from. She said that if they saw people giving out candy, it was like a $400 fine.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do it technically.
Oops, and I just set ourselves up for getting in trouble.
Is what it is.
Well, we weren't giving it out. It was outside, and we didn't touch it. But,
Right.
but I mean, like I said, we just we put the bucket out there and let them come up, and we were in the house just looking through the window.
Yeah.
We had
Nice.
we had the window open a little bit, and they were like, "It's the same people. It's just us." We're like, "Don't worry about it. It's all yours. Just take the candy. We're not giving you."
I feel bad for all the kids this year.
Yeah, I
You
did
know?
too. I
'Cause
felt
some
bad.
kids are only a certain age, you're only a certain age once,
Yeah, and that's why, like, because our neighbor asked us if we minded participating. We said, no, we'll just put the candy outside so we're not handing it out because we didn't want to be near anybody.
Right.
But
No,
we
I
felt,
get that.
and we didn't want the kids to not have fun, so we said, yeah, go ahead. So, but I mean, other than that, it wasn't really, that was the first time in all of the years we've lived here, since there were kids before, we never get kids at our house. Not even one.
Really?
My poor mother would buy a bag or 2 of candy. I mean, it was great for me, but bad for her because nobody came to the house. So,
Yeah, we get a lot of kids at our house.
well, you live in a good neighborhood for that, though.
Mm-hmm.
You live in we're on a dead end. There's not a lot of houses, so not many people
Yep.
venture down the dead end. Because it's scary. All the more reason to come down the street, But anyway, so we kind of deviated from the Disney talk. I started talking about food and went away. So
That's okay.
Back to Disney. So you guys have been going for 9 years, and
Well, I
now
knew I was a little kid, but Spencer. I
Right.
started going with Spencer 9 years ago.
right now, was that his first time when you guys started going, or did he go
Yeah.
before? Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he must.
He didn't want to go either.
Really?
Yeah, he thought it'd be stupid.
Who jokes on him?
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, Disney.
With it, but
Everybody loves Disney, even on a small scale. Like you can't. I've never known somebody to not like Disney.
no, I know a couple people don't like Disney, but
Really?
not like that. Yeah, Spencer just didn't. He did not want to go. He thought it was all commercialized and.
Oh well. I went when I was 11 or 12 with my grandparents. They took my brother and myself,
Mm-hmm.
which was great, which was so much fun. I remember It's a Small World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember and I'm probably going to say this wrong, but that electric parade thing that they don't do anymore, you said?
Oh, the Main Street Electrical Parade.
That's it, yeah. I remember that. That was beautiful because I love the lights. But they don't do that anymore, you said, huh?
No, they don't do Main Street Electrical Parade and do not do spectacle of lights anymore in Hollywood Studios.
That sucks. That's dumb. I wonder
I
why
know.
they stopped it, though. Now, you've also been down there when they've had... Now, you're very big into the pin community. Now, I never heard of this until you and I started hanging out. And it's because of you and Spencer that I actually have a small little pin collection. I updated my lanyard, by the way, with all the recent pins you guys gave me. So I have all my pins. Yeah, so I have all my pins. I'm actually running out of space on my lanyard. I have it hanging up here in the studio. Lanyard. I love it. But I never heard of this pin community until you guys. Huge. It's gigantic. I can't get over how huge it is now. And you've met people all over the world because of pins.
Oh my God, yeah.
Now I know the answer to this, but let's tell the people you have friends out in, where do they live?
England.
England. And you met them.
Through pins, yeah, Disney World. So they come and they stay with us every year, or every other year rather.
Yeah. And I had the pleasure of meeting them a couple years ago. They're so nice. And they're funny as hell.
Yeah,
they really are. They're funny. So, if you had to guess, well, let me see. You probably wouldn't have to guess this because you would know this part. But if you had to guess how many pins you've owned at one time, what was the maximum amount of pins you've owned in one time? Or say
maybe
now.
10,000.
Really?
10,000 probably.
Jeez. And what would you say was the most expensive pin you've ever owned?
That's a tough one.
Was it more than $1,000?
Yeah, it was Nightmare Before Christmas pin that I sold. Yeah, it was like $1,000.
Wow, you know me, A Nightmare Before Christmas. I love that.
I know.
I still have my Jack Skellington. I'm looking at him right now. You guys got him for me. That was the coolest thing. So, yeah, you guys got him, right? So, you said when you got him, wasn't this like when it first came out?
Yeah.
I absolutely adore him. I actually have him in my hand. He's standing right next to me. I'm holding him. He is so freaking cute.
Yep. You can't get him anymore.
Oh, they don't make him anymore?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yes. I wonder how many of them that they made.
They make different versions, but they don't make that specific one anymore yet.
I love him. He's so soft, and he's gray and white. He's got black eyes, and he's got the little Jack Skellington outfit on. He is seriously one of my most favorite things in the world. I love this. Absolutely love him.
I'm glad you like him.
My little Mickey Skellington. I love all my presents that you guys get me. And then I know you didn't get this at Disney, but my little Day of the Dead skull you got for me, I have him over there.
Oh, yeah, he's cool, too. I like him a lot.
I haven't named him yet.
Day of the Dead stuff.
I do, too. But yeah, you guys have quite the collection and the networking and friends you've made. And in fact, you actually introduced me to my very first Disney auction this past summer, a social distancing one.
That was a lot of fun.
That was amazing to see all of the stuff that came from that particular estate. And I heard the owner of the auction house, he was talking about this person reached out to them, said that they had a collection, and he figured it was going to be, a certain amount. And then he said something like 3 truckloads came to the
right,
place.
I remember that. You telling me that.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that's kind of like you and Spencer.
Yeah. That's incredible the amount of stuff they had.
It is, and how many people
they made.
And the fact that they had people on the phone bidding for stuff, like that's amazing. I've never, I went to a car auction, bought a Jeep. That was, but I've never been to something like that before, so it felt really cool. I felt like I was one of the guardians because we were surrounded by all the stuff you bought.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I wish I bought 10 times more. I really do.
I know, but you made out pretty well, though. You got some really good...
Oh, yeah.
And you gave me my Jack Skellington bracelet, which does fit. It's a little snug, but it does fit.
Well, it'll fit even more in a little bit of time.
Yeah. Oh, I reweighed myself. I won't say how much, but I did go up 3 pounds. I just... since earlier this week, but I just felt like it was a lot of weight. Like when I weighed myself the other day, it just felt like a lot of weight to lose. But one of the things I've been noticing is my 32-ounce bottle of Poland Spring, I drink 3 to 4 of those a day, so that's got to be helping my metabolism. Because they say the more water you drink, the higher your metabolism is at a resting state, so I must be increasing my metabolism because, as we both know, I haven't been exercising very much because I can't do much with my hand. Although
you can be careful with that.
Although I will say this, and I told Mom I wasn't going to tell you, but I have a thought. It's only because I want to get my legs moving that maybe I'm going to go on the elliptical with Mom next to me and only go really slow for about 5 minutes and have her stand with me when I'm trying to get on and off. Not
you do whatever you like.
I know. I'm just like
if you hurt your arm, you can't. I don't want.
I know.
To hear it.
I know. I just hate not doing anything.
Then walk up and down the stairs.
I actually have been doing that a lot more too.
Well, perfect.
Like, anytime we need to get something, I'm like, I'll get it.
It's the same thing as the elliptical, basically.
Yeah.
But it's harder to walk up the stairs.
Yeah. I will have to say my knee's starting to bother me again. But that's just because the cortisone wore off. Well, that's just the cortisone wearing off, which is expected.
How long has it been since you had a cortisone shot?
August. Earlier August, and it was a week later when I got the cortisone shot in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they usually last between 2 and 3 months, so that's about adequate, I think.
Okay.
But because I haven't been exercising as much, I haven't contemplating on getting a shot yet. I was going to kind of wait till after the holidays because I know I'm not as active. I just don't like getting too much of anything shot into myself, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But I definitely will need another shot soon. So,
yep.
I want to go into another topic, something that's very, very important to you and I.
Sure.
And that's food.
What kind of food?
Anything. What are you having for dinner?
I don't know.
I just got a notification on my computer. I don't know why. You don't know what you're having for dinner?
No.
Maybe you guys should get Chinese like we did last night.
Oh.
No? Oh, right, because you're on your diet. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm half on my diet, half not on my diet.
Okay.
So I'm like 50-50 on it. But I don't want something terrible, but I don't want something like just chicken and asparagus.
Yeah. We'll make like
but
a
not
big...
sure yet. There's so many... I want to make that General Gao's chicken.
Oh, that's right. You
The
were supposed to
recipe
make that
I
the
sent
other
you?
day, weren't you?
Yeah, I didn't make it. Yeah, I didn't make it.
What is my... Oh, okay. So that was... What was the one that I did? I think it was General Tso's chicken. Remember the one we used to make with the pea pods and the white rice?
Mm-hmm.
That one was really good. I wouldn't mind making that again. I think that was General Tso. It was... And it was... Oh my God. Was it Blue Ribbon? What's that? Not Hello Fresh, but was the other one. The one before that. I think it was Blue Ribbon. Oh, wait. I'm thinking of
no,
something.
not Blue Ribbon.
Not Blue Ribbon.
Hello Fresh.
Blue Apron. Blue Apron.
Blue Apron. Blue Ribbon is beer.
Yes, it is. And every time I hear Blue Ribbon, I think of a movie that I used to watch that you would not have seen. It's called Midnight Madness. It was actually Michael J. Fox's first movie, I believe. It's actually kind of...
Nope, never heard of it.
No. I don't think you would like it. It's kind of one of the... Well, you might, because it's kind of like a goofy humor. And I actually did a live... I actually did one of these type of these contests in real life. It's how I got 6 stitches in my knee.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, basically, Midnight Madness was about multiple teams that you get a clue and you had to figure out the clue and go to wherever you need to go to get the next clue. And then the team who gets to the finish line first, wins a prize. So, and it was just, the movie itself was funny because, like I said, it was like a goofy humor. So, if someone we knew from high school coordinated this, but we were adults, we were like college age, so we're all, over 21, I believe, I think. And he created basically the same concept. He reached out to everybody, we put teams together, and we had clues. And we would go Methuen, Andover, North Andover, Haverhill, I think certain areas of Lawrence, like kind of like close to the Methuen border, and Salem, New Hampshire. And whoever made it to the finish line last wins. And then there was a big party. And it was a lot of fun. And they said that if anybody gets pulled over for any reason or in trouble, they get disqualified. And I think actually one team got pulled over for speeding.
Oh, God.
And I forgot how they found that out. But you got pulled over. So one team got disqualified. I mean, they weren't driving crazy, but they got pulled over for speeding. And I fell. Shocker. I fell.
How'd you fall?
Well, it was in Haverhill. So do you remember, the exit where 110 is, where Howard, where CVS is, near
Why are you
Westgate?
out of your car?
What?
Why were you out of the car?
Oh, I'll explain. So, well, sometimes you had to get out of the car to figure out where the clue was at said location. But we were in a parking lot trying to figure out a clue, and I didn't feel like driving anymore. So there was 4 of us, me, Carrie, Erica, and Joel. And so me and Joel were going to switch. So I was running around the front of the car. He was running around the back. Well, there was gravel in front of the car. I slipped on the gravel, and my knee hit the gravel dug right into my knee. In fact, I still have the scar. I'll have to show you. So I'm on the ground trying to get up off the ground, and my friends are in the car, and they're like, "Where's April?" And all of a sudden they told me they remember seeing my hands go on the hood. I pull myself up. Well, my leg is covered in blood, and
Right.
I'm like, "Guys, I need a towel or something." And I happen to have a thing of water, and they're like, "Wait a minute, hold on a second," because they didn't realize how badly injured I was. And I was like, guys are like, wait a minute. And they kept saying, "What does this mean?" And I'm like, "Give me a Band-Aid." And they looked at my leg, and they were like, "Oh my God." So I rinsed it off, covered it with a towel. I had no Band-Aid, really. Didn't have anything. So at this point, because I couldn't run anymore because my leg was in a lot of pain.
Yeah, exactly. It's all cut up.
Yeah, so we're sitting there, and I refused to stop the race because I'm in the middle of a contest, and I wanted to win the
You need
money.
Stitches.
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking about that at the time. So
How much was the money?
it was about $125 for the team.
Okay.
And so our team and another team got there at the same time, and we were running. I couldn't feel my leg, mind you. I still, to this day, don't know how I ran. We were running and running, but we didn't make it in time, and we came in second. And I was supposed to go camping, like, the next day or something, so I went home to get all my stuff and to go back to the party. So at that point, I had my knee covered up, and my mother and father were sitting in the house, and they're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, no, we just got a scrape." And my mother saw me walking a little odd because I was trying to hide it from her. So I'm in the bathroom, and I took the bandage off, and I was like, "Oh, God." And I'm like, I can't let her see this. It was bad. It was gouges and stuff. It was disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, it was gross. Because there was still probably some gravel in there that I couldn't get out.
Oh,
So my mother's like, I want to see that.
That's
I'm like, it's fine. It's nothing bad. She goes, "Let me see it." So I showed her. She's like, "We're going to the hospital." So we go to the hospital, and I look at her. I said, "Don't you tell them I want to go camping." Well, what's the first thing she tells the doctor? She wants to go camping tomorrow. The doctor's like, "Nope."
she knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you brought it up to her.
Well, because she already knew I was going camping, and she was going to say it anyway, because she was going to ask him if I could go. And I got like 6 or 7 stitches in my knee, and I had crutches. So my friends picked me up and brought me back to the party because I was still going to party. And mind you, I remember sitting in the hot tub with my right leg, I think it was my right leg, hanging out of the hot tub because I couldn't get it wet. I wasn't going to let stitches get me down. It just ruined my camping trip.
That's funny.
But yeah, that was an interesting situation. But yeah, it was a pretty bad gouge. So every time I look at my knee, I just remember that day.
Yeah, that's a hard spot to get stitches, too, because you're constantly bending open and close your knee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I think I got stitches, actually. And then he had to numb the knee, obviously. So I was just like, just numb it. I won't look. I hated it. Yeah, but, it is what it is. But it's, one of my stories I get to tell. We all have our stories. And then...
You got a wound.
Yeah. Remember when you told me I needed to go to the doctor because you thought I broke my finger, and I kept saying no, it wasn't broken, but it was purple and swollen.
Yes. It was broken.
People have to tell me that I'm hurt. I'm like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, your finger's in the other room. You got to go put it back together. You got to go to the hospital. No, it's fine. I just left it there for a minute.
It's just a flesh wound. And I didn't even hit it that hard. I slipped, but my finger hit the piano just in that certain way that it made me sit down, and I started crying. I was like, oh, this is going to hurt. And I made a makeshift bandage with like a lot of tissue so that my finger wouldn't bend. It was a good thing I did that. I woke up the next day. I was like, oh crap. I'm like, no, it's fine.
Yeah,
You
not
s-
fine. My finger still hurts.
It actually healed very well. It healed pretty good. I'm
Mm.
happy about that.
My finger looks okay. It's not black anymore.
The feeling's coming back.
Yeah, but it still hurts. Where like the
And-
deep part where it was cut.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, because when you told me you were going to, I remember that we had just pulled up to your house, and I'm like, where are they going?
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. And thank you for showing me.
Yeah, no problem. I just took the Band-Aid off 2 days ago for the first
Yeah.
time. Like
Yeah.
from like leaving it off. I've been changing it twice a day.
Hmm.
I finally can leave it off now because it's all closed, but it still needs to grow a couple layers of skin back.
Do you still have a flap?
No, oh god, no. It sealed itself.
Good.
The meat like adhered back.
The meat.
Well, it was a thick flap.
Yeah, no, it was. It was pretty nasty.
Oof, it was bad.
It's some of the wounds that we get, and it was so lucky that. Imagine if it really went deeper than that, though. You could have.
Okay. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Sorry.
It still
Cheeseburger.
makes me like, yeah. Finger injuries are the only injuries that really bother me.
Oh, all right. Well, then I won't tell you about my finger going into the slicer at Market Basket.
No. I don't want to hear it. No, I guess. Yeah, I don't like any finger injuries. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why, but it's always finger injuries that gross me out.
Yeah. Well, I wish I knew you when I fell down my stairs and my eye was open and I got like 12 stitches on my eye.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah,
I never
didn't know
told you
that.
the story? Oh man. Oh, well,
No.
I'll try to sum this one up. This was a Thanksgiving. I was living in Plastow, second floor. So I definitely hadn't been hanging out with you yet. It was before that. And actually I think it was before I was dating my ex at the time. Well, my ex now, but
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
So, classic example of trying to be careful on a set of stairs and really missing it just a little bit. So I had lost a lot of weight. I was wearing a pair of my corduroys and clogs, and I had a bunch of stuff in my hands. Now, fortunately for me, I had my laundry bag. I was holding that with my right hand.
Yep.
And when I was going to go on my stairs and they were outside, wooden steps, I was putting my foot sideways on the step because the clogs, for some reason, made my feet a little... Because, I have big feet, so I wanted to make sure my foot was on a step versus normal way in case it, So
Yeah.
what had happened was when I was putting my foot down on the step, it wasn't completely on the step. It was too far to the edge. So when I put my left foot down, it was like half on the step. So down I went face first, but
Oof.
about a month prior, I had surgery on my chest. So thankfully, the laundry bag cushioned my torso.
Right.
So I'm falling. Now, mind you, I'm going down face first, and every swear in the book is going through my head, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my fucking God, I'm going to die. And I'm saying all these swears, and at the same time thinking, oh my God, is someone watching me fall right now? Hit the ground.
That's what we're worried about.
Yeah. And I
That's
hit the
funny.
ground, and I said, okay, I'm conscious. So I said, okay, see if you can move, because you wanted to see if you could move. And I could move. I was able to get up, so nothing was broken, per se. At least I couldn't feel anything being broken. I get up. My glasses had gone flying off my face. So the little left arm of the glasses was in one spot, and the rest of the glasses was in another. So my glasses were busted. I stood up, and I saw a drop of blood come from my face area, and I was like, oh, crap.
Oh no.
So
Good thing you didn't hit
nobody...
your teeth.
Oh, I didn't, thank God.
I always worry about my teeth.
Yeah, my teeth, and the fact that if my glasses went in the opposite direction, I would have probably lost my left eye.
Oh, yeah.
Because it went in an upward direction, thankfully. So it
Yeah.
went into my eyebrow, technically.
Yeah.
So my neighbor I was on the landing on the first floor neighbor, and I stood up, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
I felt a wave down my face, and I looked in the glass, so half my face is covered in blood. I looked like I was in a horror movie.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, okay, well, technically, if somebody had seen me fall, they would have run to my rescue to see if I was okay.
Right.
So clearly nobody saw me fall. So
Yeah,
my
nobody
pride,
saw you.
my pride wasn't bruised, but I'm saying to myself,
Mhm.
I'm clearly hurt. So I called my mother,
Right.
and I said, so no, picture my mom. If anybody out there listening to me, knows my mom, knows how she is about her kids.
Yep.
So I go, "Hi, Mom, it's me. I just fell down my stairs and I'm bleeding from my face, but I'm fine." And all I hear is saying, "What?" She's what? She goes, "Here, talk to Eric." And a friend of the family was over, and Eric gets on the phone. He goes, "Hey," and I go, "Listen, Eric, I'm sorry to do this. Can you put my mother back on?"
Oh, God.
So she gets on the phone. I said, "Listen, don't leave the house because I know you're already going for your purse.
Yep.
Call Michael. Have him come get me. I need you to keep cooking. You have family coming over." I said, "And try to breathe. I'm fine. Nothing is broken. I'm going to sit here and wait." So
Right.
she called Mike. Mike and Natalie head to my house. So they pull up, right? Now, mind you, this is when I still smoke cigarettes. So I'm sitting there, and so I said to myself, okay, let's put sneakers on. I put sneakers on, and I sat there, and I smoking a cigarette, and I had a cigarette hanging out of my mouth while I'm trying to put my sneakers on, and my brother pulls up, and my brother's got the panicked, "Oh my God, but I have to stay calm," stern voice, because he's, and I have Natalie with the, "Oh my God," like panicking. She's looking at me, and I wave to them with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth, blood all over my face. I'm like, "Happy Happy Thanksgiving."
That's terrible.
We went upstairs, wiped my face off, put an ice pack on it, and took me to Holy Family. And now, dude, not even kidding, there was not one person sitting in the waiting room. There was only one person with triage.
Really?
So they looked at me, and I moved the thing off my face. They said, "Get in here," because it was a face injury, so they have to get to it right away.
Yeah.
So I went in, told them what happened. I said it was my fault. I misstepped on my steps, blah, blah, blah. So they took me in right away, and the woman put some sort of like numbing gel on, and she started stitching me up. And then, of course, I asked her if I could take a picture of it, and she said no. But
You get turned down a lot for these pictures.
I get turned down with everything. I'm used to rejection.
Oh, God.
But yet I'm still happy, surprisingly enough. But anyway, so needless to say, I got like 13 stitches, and they were going to give me medication, and I told them no because I had just had surgery. So at the time, because I'm not, me, I'm not big on those pain medicines, so I still happen to have some left over from surgery. So I told them about it. I said, I have literally about 5 or 6 of, I think they were Vicodin. I said, left over from surgery about a month ago. I said, is it okay if I just finish that if I need it? They said, okay. So I didn't, because I didn't want a prescription, anything more.
Right.
Because I didn't need it. So, but the funny thing, when I called my mom right after it happened, I told her about my glasses, how they broke. Right. And she's like, well, I'll get you a pair of glasses for Christmas. And I was crying, and I go, we said we weren't doing presents this year. She's like, this is an exception. But yeah, I got 13. And it was right along the base of my eyebrow. So if people don't know what happened, they don't see it.
I never noticed it.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised I never told you about that. And I wish I still had the pictures, because it was on one of my, it was on one of my old phones before the smartphones came out. That's how old I am. It was, I had a pink Razr flip phone.
Really?
I think that was the phone I had at the time when it happened. Yeah, this was pre-smartphone days. Yeah, you probably weren't even born yet. But yeah, that was
not.
That was an interesting day, to say the least. But yeah, so I told work, I took that following Monday off. I said, I kind of fell down the stairs and I'm still kind of achy. They said, stay home. But oh my God, it was horrible. I mean, it just, always watch where you're going. That's the lesson learned. And if you're ever going on stairs and you have stuff in your hand, just make sure you have a free hand for the railing, or that your both feet are on the steps. Because
that's scary.
Yeah, honestly, Jeff, it was very scary, because going down, I thought, oh my God, what's going to happen when I land? And I could have broken my neck, my back, my legs.
Yeah,
I could have been dead. It was very scary, but everything worked out okay.
Yep, absolutely.
No, what about you? Did you ever have any falls or anything like that
No.
No, because I don't think you've ever told me anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Well, you're still super young.
No.
Hopefully that'll never happen to you.
Thanks.
I don't mean
yes,
that.
True.
That didn't come out right. I apologize.
Fine.
But yeah, it's just been it's crazy the things that happen to people, and then like the smallest little thing, if someone like blows out their back if they sneeze.
Oh
You know?
yeah, absolutely.
Like it's just so weird, and how your body reacts to certain things.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep,
goodness.
100%. I've hurt my back plenty of times.
Yep, and that's no joke.
sure.
That is like the worst.
No, it's not.
That is,
Yeah.
you always have to be careful of that.
Yeah, I've hurt my back many times. I hate that.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay, so a friend of mine has this meme post on Facebook, and it's got a cat, and the cat's scooping out all of the litter out of the box onto the floor, and it says, and excuse my language, of course, because I don't always like to swear on the show, but it says, because fuck you, that's why.
I feel like the cats do that stuff a lot.
They do. My cat, let me tell that, and tell me if your cats do this. One time Neva was sitting, like on a little table, whatever, and she, you know how they stop playing with stuff with their paw? They move it around or whatever. So she was, I don't remember what it was, but it was just something she was pushing towards the edge of the table. And I looked at her, I went, no. Pss, pss, pss. And she looked at me and she did that fling and flung it off the table.
That's funny. See, the cats don't normally touch things on the table. They're really good. They don't go up on the table. They're pretty well behaved, actually.
That's good. Surprisingly, you are right about that, because you have that. Now I don't know if you're going to put it out again, but the village for your Christmas there, you put all the shelvings. Yeah,
Yeah. Yep. So the units are up, but the houses are not on them yet.
Okay. Now I thought for sure the cats were going to walk through those like it was a Godzilla movie and just destroy the village, but they didn't.
Yeah. No, they really don't bother. They walk up on it once in a while, but they were very gentle.
Yeah, I found that very surprising and refreshing,
And they
actually.
just wanted to get to the window.
Oh, right, because you blocked their little spot. Yeah. That would have been funny, though,
Yep.
if you did take a video of them walking through it and then turn it into slow motion and put, like, monster noises in it. That would have been funny.
Maybe we can play with that this year.
Oh, yeah, I would love it.
We can figure something out.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas is going to be really weird this year.
Yeah, everything's going to be weird.
Yeah. I mean, keeping distance from everybody. I just did this little secret sister thing on Facebook. I don't know if you've seen it.
I saw that. I'm in one of those with somebody else.
Yeah, one of my neighbor tagged me, and I said, you know what the hell? So I did one. I'm not going to do it because I see it a lot, and somebody else tagged me in it, but I told her, I said, I just did it with another group, because, if you start joining every single one, it's going to get costly, but I thought it was kind of a neat little idea, so I found something super cute. It was like $11, and I ordered it, and the girl's supposed to get it tomorrow, but I think it's really cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so.
Very cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat to do that. But I've seen it pop up quite a bit since the first time, so I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's something different, although I had one bite from the post that I did, so one friend said that she was in. Oh, dude, look at this.
What?
I don't know. Oh, it's an Italian cream stuff. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, and I'm not a good Italian if I can't say this. Canoncini?
I
Oh
have no
my!
idea what you're saying.
I'm taking a picture of it right now because this looks like heaven on a plate, and I would eat all 5 of them because it's 5 on that plate. Hold on.
Okay. Holy cow, we've been talking for an hour.
Have we? Oh yeah, 52 minutes. This is great.
Holy smoke.
This is great. Yeah, usually I keep these around an hour, so I'll probably wrap up in a minute. But hold on, I'm going to send you this picture, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
And there we go.
We'll do this again.
Oh my God, I would love to do this again. And I'll tell you, I got the Adobe Edition. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically a subscription, or you could pay a year at a time. I did this.
Yep.
Hold on, let me just mute that. I paid for the monthly just to see if I still liked it, and I really do like it. It's only like $21 a month, but my Cubase that I was using, that little the license key there, it's basically dead now. I can't even get my Cubase to open. So it's a good thing I opted to go with Audition, which it's more user friendly for me, and I used it more when I worked at the River and at RKO. So and I do love it. So even if like some of this comes out when I hit playback. If it sounds too soft or too loud, I can edit all my levels right through there. And if I want to throw a delay on your voice, I can totally do that. I don't even need my mixing board anymore. It's all digital.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but the only thing I need to figure out now is when I do start to have company again, once maybe, next year or something, I want to be able to use the mixing board with my interface so that I can plug in multiple microphones to... Am I on speaker or is that the TV?
That's the TV. Sorry, let me turn it off.
Oh, okay, yeah, I thought it was me. No, it's okay. Did you get the picture?
Not yet.
Really?
Nope, it just vibrated. Ooh, I don't... Oh, like the stuffed horns.
Yeah, but it's a different type of cream. It's not.
Yeah, they look good.
I love cream horns, but usually it's in just like a vanilla cream. But this is an Italian cream.
That's custardy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think we need to go to Piero's. No, just kidding.
Next episode.
No, I want to stay away from those. But can I just tell you, I got to take a picture of the flour that we bought yesterday. Because you keep hearing of all these shortages, flour, toilet paper, paper towels. So we bought 2 things of flour, and neither one of us really realized how big the bags were. So I looked at Mom. I said, I'm going to show Jeff on how much cookies you are planning on baking this winter because they're gigantic.
How many pounds are they?
I don't remember, but they were $6 each. And huge. And like I said, I lifted everything on my left hand yesterday. There were just a couple things that I assisted with my right hand, but I can't lift with my right hand because I don't have that strength yet, so I don't lift. But sometimes if I just need a little bit of my arm to kind of balance something, that's when I use my right arm. But my left hand's been doing all the heavy lifting, which is good because I'm building up my arm. But yeah, we didn't realize how big they were until we brought them in yesterday. And I'm looking at it, I was like, looks like you're making shit ton of cookies this year, Ma. And
well, at least you have it now.
What? Oh yeah, we definitely have that. And they had some wipes too, the 5-pack. So we got one of those.
Oh, good.
Normally, we always miss it. Like, we find out that they have them, and then by the time we get to any store, it's already gone. So whatever they had was depleting very fast yesterday. So,
stuff fills up so fast now.
Yeah, but I think we have a decent stash for the winter.
Yeah, same here.
If you use them sparingly, we have enough hand sanitizer and all that stuff. And
yep.
To be honest with you, you're washing your hands with soap and water anyway, and we have plenty of that antibacterial stuff.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And if I have to wear gloves once in a while, I wear gloves if I run out of certain things. But, you can only do so much, And hopefully with this vaccine that they came out with, hopefully, certain things will get underway. It makes me nervous, but you already know my thoughts on vaccines. They make me nervous to begin with anyway, even before this. But, but it's needed. I think it's needed for certain people. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But
so
anyway,
fun on here.
What's that?
We got it next week. I said this was a lot of fun on here. The next one we do, we have to. I'm going to write down some topics.
Yes, because I like having free-form conversations, but I also like having specific things that we're going to discuss. So I knew today was going to be kind of a little bit of everything. So. But next time, I think we can figure it out. We'll talk about it ahead of time and figure out,
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I just wanted to have a nice little conversation with one of my besties.
Well, I had a good time.
I did too. Don't hang up yet, though. I'm just going to wrap it up, and then we'll stay on for another 30 seconds. So, scusi, Jeff, thank you very much for talking with me today. I loved every second of it. We'll do it again. And all of you out there, stay safe, stay healthy. Email me anytime, April@thelilypadpodcast.com or thelilypadpodcast@gmail.com. And we'll be seeing you on The Lily Pad.